Hey there, Heather Boyd here, and welcome to day 5 of the 10-day watercolor challenge. In this challenge, we'll be doing some pretty simple designs for watercolor using all kinds of different techniques, and we'll be making them in a small card size that you can turn into greeting cards or little miniature works of art. If you're participating in the challenge, be sure to subscribe to my channel and join my private Facebook group. In the group, you can share photos of your projects for the next 10 days. And if you're watching this video after the challenge has ended, go ahead and join the group and share your own artwork. Any mixed media art is fantastic. So have fun with the challenge videos, and I can't wait to see what you create. Today we're going to paint some feathers, and we're going to start by using a Sharpie to do the main lines of the first feather. Just go very loosely with the Sharpie. There's no real right or wrong way to do this. Just kind of go with your imagination. They're very whimsical, and it's okay to start with the Sharpie because it's permanent. So when you add the paint, it's not going to bleed the black lines. And I just chose some blues and greens for the first feather. Go pretty lightly with them. You can always go a little darker after, and be sure to leave some white spaces so it has a little bit of lightness to it. You can dab it with the towel if you need. And then for the next one, I'm starting a little darker, just starting at the bottom with paint. I didn't draw this one first, and just going very softly with it, putting lots of water as I go further up just to bleed it out a little bit. And again, very loosely with your paintbrush, and you can use a finer brush once it's a little bit dry to pull up the middle line, just with the finer brush and a little bit of darker paint. The paint can be slightly damp when you do this. Might be better to be slightly damp. It could be dry as well. You can really experiment with what works for you, and then just starting from the center line, just pull out your brush to do the radiating lines. Now we're going to do a pinkish one, and again start at the bottom with a slightly darker color, and then I'm going to pull in a kind of a dark blue at the bottom as well. You can blend colors as you see fit, and just add some more paint when you need it. Get some darker paint if you need, and the idea is to start sort of in the center and pull your paintbrush out towards the outside, so the brush strokes are thinner at the outside of the feather. I'm going to start with a darker line on this one with my fine paintbrush, and again starting from the middle, working out, just pull the brush out and then add little blobs of paint as you see fit, as you want to fill in certain areas. And you'll need a variety of sizes of brushes for this project. Good to have a very fine one and a sort of a more medium one. I'm putting some more blue in there, and just going as I see fit. You can Google search pictures of feathers, even paintings of feathers. There's lots of different ones online, and you can just go with your imagination, have fun with it, just play around. This is a fun project. You could do lots of little feathers to experiment. And yep, just keep going until you think it's done. Sometimes you'll know, sometimes you might overdo it, but it's just good to play around and try. Now this is a finer brush pulling out the other lines. Just gives it a little bit more definition. And now once the pink one is dry, I went back in with a Sharpie to do my lines. So just very lightly, just pull them out. And you don't want like big strong lines. Try to hold the Sharpie very loosely. Even if the lines aren't like completed, it looks nice when they're a little bit broken. There's a little bit of light shining through, and just play around with it. And I ended up doing a little few too many lines in this one, but that's okay. You never know until you try. And it's art. It can be a little more abstract and loose. And then just keep going until your brain says to stop. Don't worry too much if the feathers are perfect. They're supposed to be very loose and whimsical. Just have fun with it. You can also experiment with different color combinations and just go with the flow. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more art tutorials and join the private Facebook group to share photos of your work from all the challenges. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next time.